Hey artists, welcome back to our playground with Mrs. Vaughn. This week we are going to be learning about an artist named Dale Chihuly, and he is just one of my very favorite artists with his beautiful glass blowing. So I want to share a little bit about Mr. Chihuly with you because things happen to all of us and he is no exception, and they kind of changed the way he did his art. So he was visiting London, England in 1976 and was involved in a car accident where he was thrown through the windshield. And unfortunately, his whole face was cut up and he had to have 250 stitches and he lost the use of his left eye. So anytime you see a picture of him, he has a patch on. The second thing that happened was he was body surfing. This is a little later on. And as the wave dropped out, his shoulder hit the sand and he really messed up his shoulder. And the result was, between the eye and the depth perception and the shoulder, he wasn't able to do the tools to blow glass, but it's what he loved. So he found a way to do it. And what he did is he hired artists to create his vision. So he would think the idea, he would come up with the colors, the design, and how he wants things done. And he would tell his artists, he works alongside them, and he has them create his visions. So even though he is not physically making the art anymore, he's still able to be an artist who's very well known for his amazing work. Enjoy learning about Dale Chihuly today. Dale Chihuly is a world-renowned glass sculpture artist. He was born September 20th, 1941 in Tacoma, Washington, and resides in nearby Seattle, Washington today. He left college with a degree in interior design, which is decorating buildings like homes and offices to be pleasing through colors, space, and furnishings. When he graduated, he knew he wanted to be a glass blower. In order to pay for it, he spent 6 months as a commercial fisherman in Alaska saving money. The next two pictures you see are a room in his museum in Seattle. The ceiling on this building is glass, and above it are all the objects he has blown. So when you are standing in the room looks like a kaleidoscope of colors. Dale Chihuly has donated millions of dollars worth of glass to charities, but also is the founder of Seniors Making Art. It's an international organization that provides classes to senior citizens. He's also served on the board of Hilltop Artists in Residence, which is in Tacoma, and it offers glassblowing instructions and mentoring to at-risk students. His work can be found in more than 200 art museums around the world. He is known for vibrant seashell-like shapes, baskets, chandeliers, and outdoor installations. Mr. Chihuly said, "Glass is the most magical of materials. It transmits light in a special way." All right, for this project, you do not need very many supplies. I have what's called a solo cup, available lots of places, markets, Targets. It has a number 6 on the bottom. I know the one with the 6 on the bottom melts because I've practiced. I also have a shorter one. It is also a number 6 on the bottom. And the last supply I have is a cup full of Sharpies. I have tried other pens. When you put them in the oven to bake, the pen doesn't stay. So you definitely need a Sharpie. I have thick ones. You can use thin or thick. All I'm going to do is take my cup and I'm going to start drawing circles. And I can make fat ones, I can make skinny ones, I can leave some spaces undone. So I don't know if you can see that, I just did the center. On this one, I'm only going to use 2 colors just because I'm experimenting. The beauty of art is we get to experiment and see what works. If we don't like it, we can change it. So this time I'm going to make a bigger circle around it. This might be easier to see on camera. You don't have to be perfect, just do your very best. So now I've got 2 rings of color, and I'm just going to keep going up and around my cup. Thin strips, thicker strips. If your colors touch, they do tend to smear a little bit. So it's probably a good idea to leave just a teeny tiny little space in between your two colors as you're doing your rings. I just found that my green picked up a little bit of my blue as they touched. See, I've got different, it's hard to see in the camera, different thicknesses of stripes. Last thing I want to make sure you do is the very cap of the cup will need some color. Or you could leave it blank, see what happens. I'm gonna color mine. Just gonna take it and get that top rim. When it bakes, let's look at it and see what it looks like. So as you can see, this is not difficult to do. Here is my cup that's ready to go in the oven. I did another one I'd like to share with you. It's a little taller one. And on this one, I did lots of colors. I've got different thicknesses and thinnesses, and let's see how these two bake down. All right, we've moved into the kitchen for our next step. First thing we're gonna do is turn on the oven to 350 degrees, which we've already done. Then you will need a foil covered cookie sheet. And I'm gonna bake my small cups in one batch and my big cups in another batch, but I wanna show you some of the designs I'm experimenting with. So one of my small ones I did in this design. It's not circles, it's just, it kind of looks a little bit like explosions going up the side. And I also did that in a big one. I'm putting up the white piece of paper, so hopefully you can see the colors. And then I did a tall stripes, all different colors. And then I did a tall stripes, one color, purple, with a lot of the clear left in. I want to see if it's going to look like glass when I bake it. And then the last two small ones, you saw me do this one. It's just different, two colors, different stripes. Same thing for this one. It's just two colors, a lot of fat stripes and a lot of skinny stripes. So I'm going to bake my short ones first. And then my second batch will be the tall ones. Here they go, they're going in. It is only for like 1 or 2 minutes, not very long, but they're gonna go in the oven. I'm gonna turn on my light and I'm gonna watch them because they will slump down as they are cooking. Be sure to have a hot pad to take them out of the oven. And I'm gonna watch them and see how they do when they are slumped and they stop. That means they're finished. Oh, they're starting to slump. All 3 of them at about the same time. Right, I don't see any more movement, so I'm gonna take them out. I think they're done slumping. I'm not going to pick them up yet because they're too hot, but I will show you in just a moment. Now I'm going to put my tall ones in. Same situation, same 350 degrees, and I'm just going to wait until they stop slumping. These are too tall. I have to take a shelf out of my oven. Now it should fit. While those are cooking, let me show you what happened here. I'm going to get my piece of paper again. And you see my cup has melted, and it does look a bit like a Chihuly bowl. This is the one we did together, the greens and blues. It looks like glass, which I love about Chihuly. And my last one, this is the one that was not striped. I'm not sure if I have a favorite. I'm gonna have to think about it. Let me watch what's happening in the oven. Oh, these are just starting to slump. the oven, I can see them kind of tipping because they're so much taller. Uh-oh, one fell over. Just right on the foil, that's okay. Oh, two fell over. And they're still moving, so I'm gonna wait until they're all done before I take them out. All three fell down. I don't see anything happening, so I think it's time to take them out. I turn my oven off. See how all those fell over? It's, the bottoms got warped when it was baking and they all tipped over. Let's see if they're too hot. All right. Remember the purple and white one I did? I mean the purple and clear one to see if it would look like glass? This is what happened. It does look like glass. And look what happened to the top. If you look in from the top, isn't that beautiful? These did not slump nearly as much as the smaller cups, so you could decide what you prefer to do. That one is still hot. So this is my multicolored. Look into the bottom of it, beautiful. And my last one, this is the one that is not stripes. If you look into the bottom of it, it's quite pretty. All right. So time for you to go experiment, have some fun, try with stripes, try with circles, be creative, see what you can come up with. I had some fun in my kitchen, now you have fun in yours with some help from your parents. This art project has a warning. This should be done with parental approval and supervision. This art lesson was created by Craftwack, and when they contacted the Solo Cup Company regarding safety, this is the edited version of the message received. Thank you for your interest in Solo Cup Company products. Our clear plastic cups are not designed or intended for use at 350-degree temperature. Therefore, we have not tested the product at that temperature and would not have data available. Please use your own good judgment as to whether you try this project at home. All right, for our supplies, you need clear Solo cups. You can do tall ones or short ones. The ones I found worked had a number 6 on the bottom and were very readily available from the market or Target or even Amazon. You need colorful Sharpies, thick or thin. You need a cookie sheet, aluminum foil, and an oven that is preheated to 350 degrees. Thanks for joining us at Art Playground today. If you enjoyed our project, please be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring that bell.